interesting hook from Bormann's house. And then throw it against the cameraman. Well, we're in Berchtesgaden again. It's February 2024, and one of the advantages of coming here in the winter months is all of the foliage, of course, drops from the trees, and we have an opportunity to see so much more than we do at any other part of the year. Klovekorn, the Relic hunter, has been here before. There's a number of videos on Berchtesgaden, Obersalzberg, the Berghof, and all we're doing today is we're going to do some metal detecting. We're going to have a look at the Bormann Haus ruins, Hitler ruins, later on the Theaterhalle with a metal detector, just to see what we can find. So wherever you are, join us. It's just you and me and some metal detecting today. I've got a bit of a reading here, so let's investigate this one. Hear the beautiful church bells from Berchtesgaden, and in fact yesterday, I put this footage into the video, was a town wedding. The whole town came to the wedding, and I put that in right at the end of the video. Just beautiful. So the varying traditions still going so strong here. Darling, have you got the Schuppe, we say in German? Thank you. So just a word of caution. This place was bombed in April 1945, just a few days before Hitler's death. Absolutely devastated. Berghof, the whole infrastructure here completely destroyed through the Allied bombing process. So as we're looking at various bits and pieces in the ground here, have to be very, very cautious because there could still be some live ordnance in the ground. As I'm saying that, I'm stabbing into the ground like a wild animal. But the reason why I've done that is because I can see here we've got building rubble, so chances of there being something there is almost zero. Oh, it is. Ah. Okay, that's some roofing. It's a sheet of metal. Some metal sheeting in here. So that would have been the roof that was on this building. That's all that is. Right, we'll continue. Right, so we're in the close vicinity of the Bormann House ruins, and the whole ground is basically full of metal, which is not very helpful because it's like finding a needle in a haystack. But let's have a look at one. We can see here that it's showing up with some iron, just over here, getting an iron reading. I'm going to put the pinpointer on. There's definitely something there. So let's turn this one off and let's investigate this one. Wow, it must be deep. If the pinpointer can't find it, it's too deep for me to dig. We won't persist with that one. Alright, we've got a reading here, just under this leaf. So let's have a look. Ah, okay. And that interesting hook. Looks like reinforcing rebar, perhaps, from Bormann's house. So, of course, at this time of the year, you get these occasional patches of snow, which is nice, because what you can do, you can just grab it like this, and then throw it against the cameraman. Okay, we've been here before as well. Last time we were here, we just went in and back out again. And I've always been meaning to come back because one man's trash is another man's treasure. And I noticed last time that we were here that there was a whole bunch of trash inside of this emergency bunker exit. It's a bit messy, but I just wanted to have a look at this trash because from an archaeological point of view, it may tell us something. Pretty messy business down there. I found a clay brick. It's got quite high insulative properties, so that's why the Germans use hollow bricks for many of their buildings. And inside that brick, there's some glass. Now, I don't know whether this glass is the glass I'm looking for, but connecting to this bunker used to be a very special piece of German Nazi kit that Bormann had installed at the Berghof. And basically it was a thick pane of glass upon which was a map with lights, and the Germans could ascertain through this wall of light inside the glass from what direction the Allies were coming for their bombing raids, and then coordinate a strategic air defense. And that glass was smashed when the fighting occurred here at the Berghof, and it's very difficult to get into the Bormann bunker these days. So whenever you find shards of glass, take them home, look for them, and what you're looking for is, it's like a black line with some, ideally with the name of each town of this big giant map that used to be down there. In terms of the, I don't want to lose that without putting that here. In terms of the waste down here, It's actually modern waste from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. It's not worth much. We'll have to come back in 1,000 years, maybe then it'll be of some archaeological interest. Alright, let's have a look at here. That looks like an oil filter. Yes, this is an oil filter. Now, next question is it a modern oil filter or is it a German oil filter? What's it kidding? Flicking mud at me. I wonder what it's finding down there.
How deep does the big one go?
20, 30 centimeters.
And the little one?
15.
Yeah.
But it was a very strong signal.
Mm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Needle in a haystack. Oh, whatever that is, a strong signal. Very, very gentle now. What is this? This looks fascinating. Very discernible. So we'll take that back and we'll clean that up and find out what that is. Okay, we've got a reading here. Just over there. We have a great view of this now. You should see the Kehlstein house. That's the eagle's nest. Just there, overlooking our activities. Now here we have to be a little bit more careful.
Why is that?
Because this is where you could have unexploded ordnance. So you see the little area of orange there. That's rust. That's definitely rust. That's what's making that noise. Okay. So that's what this is. So I don't know what this is. This looks like, because it's a rounded shape, there's a shrapnel from probably one of the bombardments in this area, just by its round shape. Bit of fragment from war shrapnel, and that's why this whole area for a metal detector is a nightmare, because there's just shrapnel everywhere. This is interesting. This is a little bit more interesting, this bit. It's big. Whatever it is, it's big. It has grooves. Grooves. I wonder what this is. Gosh, where's the thing that I
What thing?
was carrying?
Oh.
Oh, goodness.
It's gonna break your shovel.
What is this? a mystery object. It's anyone's guess. If anybody recognises what this might be, please let us know in the comments below. Nothing spectacular. It's a very old school Bormann nail. Some people like watching TV on a Sunday. I prefer doing this. So the Hitler tunnel had a few escapes. One that way through the mountain, one down the mountain towards Berchtesgaden, and we've seen that in one of my videos. And this is another one. This is pretty well in between the Hotel zum Türken, which is no longer a hotel, just called zum Türken now, and the Berghof, which is just to my right where my finger's pointing. And wouldn't it be nice to have a key to this exit? But it's still here, and something quite like roaming these Bavarian forests. Wow, that's solid. In fact, this doesn't even have a lock. This is only exit only. Right? It has no locks, nothing. It's just the only way in is from inside of the bunker system. Now we do have communication and utility tunnels underneath these bunkers. So if you lift up these plates, and we were a very small person, we would be able to crawl into it, but we can't here. So, another strong signal. In front of me, Hotel zum Türken. What have we got here? Ah, okay. That's all that was. Rio. Oh no, there's more. The wire. This looks like fencing wire for Stacheldraht or barbed wire fencing. We're here just at the base of the Berghof, and Hitler's entourage, his big black Mercedes, will drive up this pathway straight to the Berghof. And we recognise these sandstone or some sort of stone here. People actually take these out as souvenirs and bring them to their lodge in Texas or something. So we're in the Berghof driveway, and if you've ever wondered what's in here, let's pick a random spot. It's a good reading. Probably a nail. So easy to lose signals here. Yeah, so they're just lots and lots of nails and shrapnel. You could literally just spend all day digging here, small bits and pieces of shrapnel. Very overgrown here.
A lot of trees here.
That's basically roots. What's this? More shrapnel. You get a lot of this curved shrapnel. Ground's full of it. Here we go. What's this? What is this? What is this? Whatever it is, it's big fish. Big-ish. lift it. Looks like a reinforcing rod again of some sort. Yep, reinforcing rod. Just in the ground. No. Enormous amount of nails. Aluminium. Lead, maybe. Okay, so we've established that if you are a keen relic hunter who wants to undertake metal detecting at the Berghof, probably not the best idea. The place is just full of shrapnel, and we've shown that in today's video. The next location is the Theatre Hall ruins. Go back to the Theatre Hall ruins Klovekorn the Relic Hunter video for a look at the Theatre Hall. Last time I was here I had a close encounter with the Theatre Hall ruin bull, and what we're going to do today is we're going to see whether the bombing run extended as far as the Theatre Hall or not. If it did, then the ground will be full of shrapnel, and if it hasn't, then we may have some better luck than we have in the other locations. It reminds me of being at the Siegfried line with Simon. Check out the Siegfried line videos, where as soon as you put the metal detector anywhere along the ground, all hell breaks loose with the electronics because of all of the ordnance in the ground. It's a very similar experience here today. Alright, well, let's have a look at the Theatre Hall ruins. Ask me the question.
What was that lady asking?
These are locals, and she's asking what this is, and I'm explaining to her this is the Adolf Hitler Theatre Hall. And she's like, Theatre Hall? I said, yeah, you built this for the workers. And she's like, what? The locals here, many of them, have absolutely no idea the history that's around here. They have some vague idea. You know, they know the Kirchstein Haus, they know, some of them know about perhaps Hitler's house here, but apart from that, the locals, most Germans, have not got a clue. They walk past these ruins and they have no idea what they are. So I always like to speak with them and share with them some of the history that's there. Speaking of which, a lot of reinforced steel and iron here. Again, very difficult for the purposes of metal detecting. But
and again, the view. Stunning.
The view is amazing. Wherever we point this,
Black soil.
we get there's a bit of glass. Oh, a fair amount of glass. So that tells us that they weren't very much enjoying themselves here at the Theaterhalle, having a few beers.
Adolf wasn't. Not being a drinker.
No, he wasn't a drinker. He's a teetotaler. But this ground is also full of metal. Wow. Just wherever you point the thing, it's just... Oh,
There it
okay.
is. It's
So,
just
pretty much the same. Interesting. Theaterhalle nail. It's very interesting because when we were here last, you couldn't see these middle concrete pillars to the theatre hall because it was so overgrown. And in winter, you can actually see a whole lot more of it. See the scale of this place. Everything is beeping. Oh, that's metal. Are we going to find... What's this? This is? It's a mystery object. It weighs nothing. It's like holding a piece of cloud. It looks like a bit of charcoal. So possibly this is burnt wood with a nail in it, maybe. But the whole thing is metallic. Well, maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe there's some sort of natural iron deposit here in these hills. Because it's super light. This is not a piece of standard metal. Yeah. Alright, mystery object. What is this? It's a big signal. Not as big with a pinpointer. Alright, what have we got here? One thing we haven't found at the theatre hall is shrapnel. We haven't found bombing shrapnel. So that suggests to me that the April bombing run didn't make it to the theatre hall.
So why is it in ruins then?
I think there was a fire, or I can't remember actually. I think there was a fire. Or maybe the SS got to it before the Allies did. Wow. If you're interested in metal detecting work in Berchtesgaden, you've got to make sure you have a good breakfast. Oh yeah, okay. Interesting. No shrapnel though. Now, last time you watched the show, probably a good 100 meters that way, I found one of these. It's a bolt backing plate that would have held together part of the theatre hall. So why it's this far away from the theatre hall, I don't know. That does suggest an explosion. into a lot of trouble, didn't they? So we're about 250 metres away from the theatre hall. I've not been in this part of the area before, and you would remember this from previous videos. What this is? It's a mole bunker. So it's been blown up. There's the mole bunker part, here's the mole bunker part. It's a one-man guard bunker for a division of the Leibstandarte SS Adolf Hitler. And this looks like is the top of the mole bunker. Right, that's the top of the mole bunker. Sentries everywhere. This would have to be a nail, surely. Or another one of those ferrous rocks. Anyone watching the channel who happens to be an expert in Berchtesgaden, Bavarian alpine geology, can tell me why those rocks are metallic, please let us know. That's a strong signal. Yeah, we see the orange colour. Orange colour means it's rusting, oxidized metal, and this is actually an interesting find, because before I said we hadn't found any shrapnel, bombing shrapnel, and that the bombing rate in April 1945 hadn't reached as far as the theatre hall. Well, this is bombing shrapnel, very clearly evident. Bombing shrapnel at Theater Haus.